Yeah, I think just pace. Everyone, when you're moving your feet, when you're playing a fast game, it's easy to cover for the mistakes you do make. Everyone's going to make them. They've got a very dynamic top end of their lineup that is up there with the best in the league. So you got to be alert. You got to play with pace, and it's easier to defend that way as well.
Just with McKinnon in general, just what's the best way to try to attempt to contain what he does?
Well, I think if you can get caught being a little too passive, and that's when you give him a couple extra feet to work on, and you're kind of screwed at that point. So, I think you kind of defend as a unit as opposed to a one-on-one game that he's so effective at. And like I said, if you're all moving fast, it's easier to read and react and cover for one another.
And with coach shifting lines up for Hagee up with you and Barkov, just being able to play with him, obviously the two of you have been on pretty good heater this year. Just what stands out about his game and how much you think you guys can complement each other?
Well, it's nothing new. I mean, you look at a lot of the lines that you kind of switch. It's all guys that have been together. It's all guys that have seen a bit of success. So I think it's kind of a good time. It's good to have in our pocket, kind of going into some very important games. With the year winding down. So to be able to juggle like this and to be able to execute with different matchups is important.
Does it change his, nothing against Rodriguez obviously, but for Hagee's speed, does it change the way you and Barkov see the game? Or?
Not really. I mean, I think, not many guys play with the pace for Hagee plays with. So there's definitely, it's definitely a different look to a lineup. I think that's kind of what he's going for. What you can give yourself a couple different looks. You can be able to execute in different ways. I think it's important to some long-term success when something not that it was getting stale, but to be able to juggle and be able to mix and match, provide some energy here and there is important to go in a long run, and that's kind of what we're trying to build towards and try and have an opportunity to do.
Do you get a sense in the room? Does really anybody on this team care who they play with?
Not really. I mean, I think when you look at a game like the other night, we're all trying to play the same way. We're all trying to execute the same systems, and that's when we're at our best. That's when we're tough to play against. So, I think it's important to be able to kind of mix like this and have the same result.
Thank you. Thanks everyone
Thank you.
very much.